Hello, I'm Stephen Monkey Mason and welcome to my brand new video, There Should Have Only Been One, which is a tribute to the Highlander. Now, Highlander is my dad's favourite film of all times, but I'll get to that in a bit, and I'll have to be very careful about what I say about the Highlander. But I tried to get a poster to replace the gremlins up there, where I sit and do these tribute videos, and this is what came in the post. Look at this. This was meant to be that size, and I thought, hang on a minute, I'm going to do this video, and what the fuck? So I came up with a new plan. I'm going to go to Scotland. So here I am in Scotland, and I'm in this lovely cottage. I was out filming before, shot some really nice footage. And then I found this beautiful beach with this random chair up on the cliff edge, and that would have been the perfect place to film this. So I'm cutting to me now, sitting on this bench. This is where I would like to film the interview for the Highlander, but the wind and the audio is probably going to be all fucked. So let's cut back to me ranting on about the Highlander. I found this perfect bench right on the top of a cliff, and I thought this would be perfect to film it, and then I realised the sun's about to go down, there's seagulls everywhere, and there's random people walking around taking pictures, and I was just going to be sitting there talking to this camera with loads of videos. I thought, that's not going to go down well. So I'm back in the cottage. So let's jump back to England and see what I'm doing. Back in England, I have found a sword to play with. It's not, look at the size of this fucking sword. It's fucking massive. I was going to cut back to England showing how I went lemon in this morning. That was fun, but now look at this sword. I totally should have had this in Scotland. You know, like Highlander, there should only be one. Connor MacLeod of the Con MacLeods. Wait a minute. Thunder! Thunder! Thundercats! Oh! Well, I can see myself. Oh my god, look at this. I borrowed it off Ned. I didn't even think about it. Let's go back before I chop my fucking leg off. Anyway. Today's rant is all about the Highlander. There should have only been one. And I mean that as well as the sequels and the artwork, because that's what these rants are all about. It's about the artwork. Now, from the 80s to now, which is the O's or the teens, I don't know, it's 2015, whatever you want to call them, the artwork has changed dramatically for a lot of films. Not Jaws. Jaws has always been the same. But Highlander. This is the original box of Highlander. Classic, in my opinion. Christopher Lambert up there, Kenzie Brown at the top, and it looks like, well, hang on, is it there? Have I got it in properly? It's very intriguing. It's classed as sci-fi. Artwork's really well done. There's no names on it. It just says Highlander, there can only be one, and that's very intriguing. It goes, like, you know, that's got something going for you, and that's what we always known. That it's a Highlander. Now, the big thing to know about Highlander is Queen was heavily involved in this, writing separate tracks. Each member of the band wrote separate songs for the film. There was never a soundtrack for Highlander except for Queen's album called It's a Kind of Magic, which doubled as a soundtrack. So when DVD came along, I don't have the Laserdisc, when DVD came along, something happened. Something went completely wrong with this. Wait till I get it. This is what we got on DVD. I don't know why I'm doing this pause, but this is how dramatic it should be. Well, on the back, Sean Connery riding a horse for a start. But if you look at the box, it's Christopher Lambert going, and Sean Connery at the bottom. And it just says Highlander. It doesn't say there can only be one, and there's no names for it. So that's what we got to know. Now this film is about, it's got like a vampiric tale. It's about a guy who's immortal, who basically finds out he's immortal and gets banished from his hometown. Now this was written by a guy, I can't remember his full name. Who the fuck wrote this again? Gregory Wilton. I'm going to go for Gregory Wilton, I'm probably wrong, but yeah. Directed by an Australian, produced by an Englishman and written by an American firefighter who went on to write Backdraft as well. I am talking random shit and getting things completely wrong, but this isn't about facts about the film. This is about the artwork. I need to remember that. I'm going batshit crazy. Sorry, I have a giggle at myself. I'm probably sitting back in England right now going, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing in Scotland? What the fuck am I doing here with a sword? So the film's about a guy who starts off in Scotland Highlands, where I am now, and basically ends up wandering centuries, not being able to die, and randomly gets into sword fights and has to behead somebody, so he can only be one. And the goal of being only one is once you're the last one left, you become immortal, or just human, and die. Why doesn't the last two people I had go, right, you go that way and I'll have that side of the world, and you go that way and I'll have that side of the world? That should have been the plan. So, problems with Highlander. The Scottish guy is played by a French guy, and the Scottish man in it, Sean Connery, plays a Spaniard. That is right, that is actually correct, that's what's going on. So anyway, back to the boxes, where I should have been going in the first place. See, I've drove all the way to Scotland this morning, and now I've sat down and started thinking about this after being out filming all afternoon, and I'm talking shit. But at the end of the day, people keep asking me to make more of these videos, so this is what I'm doing. So we had that first, then that. And then they brought another DVD cover out. Now this is the best one, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. I've done it again. I've done this thing again. Right on the back of the box here is for the Kurgan fighting the Highlander on the back. But Christopher Lambert looking like he's completely lost. He's going, where's France at? How do I get back to France? That's the look Christopher Lambert's giving off there. Now it sort of looks like a Braveheart. They've completely changed it. But Christopher Lambert, Sean Connery, there can only be one, and the director's name, Russell McLuhan, he's an Australian. And it's very dark. So that's what we got to know as the Highlander. Dramatically changes from something what looks very sci-fi, like come and kick some ass, to very like periodically Christopher Lambert still looking lost for France, to pull back to Christopher Lambert still looking for France and wants to know how to get home. So what happened to Highlander? Now we're going to jump into Blu-ray very, very quickly here, because Highlander's come out on Blu-ray, and the cover has changed yet again. Look, it's just a sword in the ground with green on it. Have you seen green before? There's green not on that one. That's blue, and that's very dark. So yeah, only can be one Immortal Edition Highlander, Christopher Lambert, Sean Connery, and you get some extras on the Blu-ray released in England and in German. All the fonts in German, they talk German. And all I'm going to say to you right now is, sorry Dad, I've been butchering Highlander. Now as I said, my dad's favourite film is Highlander. And when I did my reality show, This Is Just Life, when my dad was interviewed for that, he started talking about the Highlander, and I'm thinking,
I mean, that's what movies are about. You can have a movie that has 3 scenes going click, 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 and you go, that's a beautiful place. And then you realise that it's Afghanistan, England and America. But as far as the movie goes, you just think you panned across a room. You're actually using 3 different... and things don't look the same. The Highlander movie, for instance, when you go up to Ellendale and you see the bridge without all the dressing, but you can see where the car park, which was the village, and the entrance into the castle. It's amazing what you can do with a bit of camouflage or whatever, you know.
I don't even know what question my dad was asked in This Is Just Life, and we start talking about like Highlander, but guy loves that film. Now I know my dad loves the Highlander, and when my dad was here for my granddad's funeral, which was a hard enough time as it is, I had actually found another copy of this I've just dropped. And I'm going to cut to this footage now of me giving my dad this video as a present.
I've actually got a video player.
Original?
Excellent. Thank you very much, sir.
There you go.
So I hope you like the video with Dad. Now, there is a steelbook of the Highlander, which I don't have, and I went to Casper and says, Casper, do you have the Highlander steelbook? Casper's like, of course I do. Now Casper has all the steelbooks you can imagine. He's a proper steelbook nut.
You're not filming it. No photography allowed.
Now recently Casper also got the Lost Boys steelbook, so I filmed Casper's reaction about that.
Lost Boys Steelbook. Lovely red cover with a scratch on. Very disappointing back cover. Absolutely nothing on the inside, which is shocking but typical of the States. The only good thing is the disc itself.
So Casper let us film him opening the steelbook and getting his legit reaction about how like cocked up, fucked up this Lost Boys Steelbook is. And then I said to Casper, do you mind if I borrow the Highlander Steelbook so I could go, hey look, I've got the Steelbook. Would he fuck? Would he fuck cleanse it, right? So I'm going to have to go back to England right now. I'm just waiting for the Steelbook to get here. I can't believe the shit I've had to go through to borrow this fucking Steelbook. Be careful. Oh, here it is, it's here. I hope it's I hope it's a Steelbook. Walk to the door, kid. Hiya! Better put that out the way. Let's get the Steelbook. What? Is he really serious about this? You know what he's like. Casper! You can't even get out the car to come and give us it. He's just gonna try. Can you believe this? It's come. This guy is for real. It's coming. Handcuffs, briefcases. So, the Highlander Steelbook. Here we go. Now I'm going to close my eyes and put it over there and get rid of this ridiculous briefcase and these handcuffs. Casper, why? Why do you even have handcuffs, Casper? Honestly. Fucking hell. So, there's a Highlander Steelbook, and here it is, and it is the cover of the Blu-ray. Surprise, surprise, it's got the sword on the front. I better not scratch this because it's Casper's. Nice print, I will admit, but on the back, it's Christopher Lambert looking for France. So the classic 80s box is no longer, no more. It's only on video. The Steelbook has gone for the old traditional, and like the Lost Boys, there's nothing inside except for Christopher Lambert still looking for France. So yes, all this hassle for this little Steelbook, Casper. Right, we're back in Scotland. Now that Casper's complete Steelbook craziness is out the way, let's talk about Highlander sequels, and they get even more crazier. Now, Highlander 2 was one of the most anticipated films, definitely by my dad, who queued for the midnight opening back in the day to see this film. Makes no fucking sense. For one, Christopher Lambert is in it again, still looking for France, but Sean Connery is back in it. Now, Sean Connery is clearly dead in Highlander 1, sorry to spoil that. But then, the aliens, they're sent from another planet, and it's set in the future, and it looks like Michael Ironside has fell out of, when he falls off Total Recall elevator with no arms, falls into Highlander. It's almost like the same kind of film. It's so far futuristic, but it wasn't written by the original director, definitely, so don't blame the writer, but it was directed by the same director.
No, it's not written by the same director, it's not written by the same writer, but it's directed by the same director. Now back to Scotland.
And Sean Connery's definitely in it, and I'm just like, what's going on with this movie? Now, when I went to find, because I'm not a massive fan of Highlander, I haven't got all the DVDs and I haven't got all the Blu-rays. But I did have a lot of the videos, and I went to find all these videos, and I could find Highlander 2. So I went to the charity shop, and if you've seen my video of the Flying Nun, that's when I found that there was a Lost Boys red box. I brought all the way to Scotland. I'm still fascinated by that. And I've been trying to figure out when this was filmed. I filmed the Flying Nun Extra 2 days ago. Today I had my mind blown, completely blown. But Highlander 2 DVD and video has not changed a bit in the UK. If you go online on Google, Highlander has so many different covers. Look, cover, 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 cover. It just covers. There's so many different covers of Highlander. Highlander 1, Highlander 2, but in the UK Highlander 2 has just stayed the same, and it's not out on Blu-ray yet. Now, Highlander 3 is discontinued on DVD in the UK, and it basically looks like that. Now again, this film makes no sense, but this film actually doesn't even acknowledge Highlander 2. It forgets Highlander 2 even existed, and makes no sense because the villain, Mario Van Peebles, as I've always called him, has been in ice for thousands of years and suddenly escapes. So Sean Connery, he's not even in this one. Christopher Lambert is Highlander again, and it doesn't make any sense because he wasn't the only one in the first film. If this guy was in ice, then that doesn't make no sense. Now I haven't seen this for a very long time, but yeah, Highlander 3 came out. Highlander then went to a TV show with Adrian Paul in it a lot. I haven't seen that, and years down the line they made Highlander Endgame. Yes, Highlander 4. Now, Highlander 4 is on DVD and Blu-ray. I only own the video. Christopher Lambert's in it with Adrian Paul and says, from the producers of the original Highlander, I've got no faith in you. The first one was the best. These just get more mental. Big cameo appearance though. Edge is in this from WWE. But if you didn't know, Edge has his voice dubbed, so Edge's big breakout role is bamboozled by the European whatever. Edge is in it and something's wrong with Edge. Anyway, I'm getting to the end of this rant about fucking Highlander. Because as I say, it's always been about the artwork, and I don't know why I've been going on about sequels. I haven't got a vendetta about Highlander. But there's also a Highlander animation movie, which I only bought yesterday from work. I haven't even opened it, but you know, I am trying. There can only be one, so why is there so many? So I'm in Scotland. I'm probably going to do something daft, and I'm probably going to get freaked out by this cottage, and because there's simply... Did I tell you, there's actually a graveyard out the back door. So I'm Stephen Monkey Mason. This has been There Should Have Only Been One, and it's been utterly random. I'm going to say bye from here. So goodbye from England. I hope you've enjoyed this tribute video. I'm going to take Ned's sword and cast the Steelbook and disown 2 friends in one go. Nah, I'm only joking. But you know, it's quite be funny. So thanks for watching. Goodbye. Bye from England. And we'll be back to Scotland for the final bit to say there's probably going to be another bit after this because something random's probably going to happen. But this is goodbye from Scotland. Hello?
Do you know there's a Highlander 5?
Yes, I know. I know, right? I know there's a Highlander 5. I didn't know there was a Highlander 5 before I filmed the first part of this video, and I know there's a Highlander 5, okay? But it's not really a Highlander 5 because Christopher Lambert went back to France finally when he went looking for it, didn't he? Goodbye, Casper. Fuck's sake. You knew there had to be something at the end, didn't you? On my way home, I had to stop here. The Robin Hood tree, Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, is the very first video I ever bought with my own money, and I still own it to this day, over 20 years ago, and I still can't get the fucking sticker off the front there. Robin Hood is not my next tribute video, as the cover has never changed on DVD to Blu-ray, unless you buy the special edition of the DVD, which is all white and fairy tale-y, and basically if you watch the uncut version of this film, it makes a hell of a lot more sense to this. It really does. So I do recommend watching that version of the film. I'm Stephen Monkey Mason, and I hope you've enjoyed There Should Have Only Been One. Goodbye. Hello, I'm Stephen Monkey Mason, and welcome to my new tribute video. Oh, fuck a duck.
Christopher Lambert looks like he's about to climax on this. Like, look. Oh, don't cut off me head. But I like the VHS. And Connery looking like a 70s pimp on it.
Cloud on a cloud, on a cloud on a cloud. There can only be one. Wow. This is an amazing weaponry. Can you imagine going to battle with this thing? I don't think the camera will justify how big this thing is. Look at this. I wonder if the Loch Ness Monster is really out there.
Did it. Did it, 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 did it.
I better put that Steelbook back somewhere safe. Better not fucking... I don't even want to look at it. He's going to watch this video and watch every move I make. Don't drop it. Where's the box gone? Oh, it's still in this briefcase. Why did you buy that?
It's me Santa joke.
Dude, it's just gone March.
I know I'm preparing early. I need to dress up as Santa, ride a motorbike and play the drums.
That is one of the best things I've ever heard.
No, I'm going to do it really. With another Santa playing bagpipes.
Mate, I need to see, whenever you do this, right, I want to see that because that sounds amazing.
It's going to happen.
Just as an outtake, I'd just like to say sorry to my little brother Callum, who I just rang moments ago and woke him up. I didn't realise it was 8 o'clock in the morning. He was still in bed. Sorry, Callum.
I've got the 30th anniversary edition.
Aye, because I added the text on him for a Christmas present to you. I did I sign it as well? Oh.
All handwritten means even more now.
It does, aye. You brought it all the way up here. So this video is all about the Highlander. Great start on this.
Have you even watched this? It's still in the cellophane, look. It's still in the cellophane. A Highlander fan, oh I love it. I bet this has had more play than this. Still in the cellophane, massive Highlander fan. There can be only one. There can be only one, but we've got like, what, 4 copies here?
You just fucking know. It's not written by the same director. That's what you say in the thing, and it's not written by the director. It's written by a writer, but it's direct. Do you know what? Fuck off.
Did it. Did it, did it, did it, did it. Today I decided to buy the Jaws soundtrack just to add to the collection. Going to work's going to be going, why? Why are you doing this? But yeah, look, it looks so pretty. But the box still hasn't changed. Pop it in there, Jaws soundtrack, Jaws. But I also bought another CD today. Brand new Therapy album. Therapy, I can't wait to listen to this. If you don't know who Therapy are, they've got quite a few albums. So yeah, let's bye bye. Talk about drunk and freaked. After all the filming today with the Highlander and stuff, yesterday my grandma unfortunately fell unwell and had to go to hospital. So I'm sitting here editing and my dad rings us and I'm talking to my dad and it's all good. And then we start talking about the Highlander and I'm completely looking at myself talking about the Highlander while this is all happening. So Dad, I just put the phone down right now. How much am I going to freak you out in New Zealand? Hi Callum, sorry for waking you up once again. And hi Sam and Ali. I better not scratch this because it's Casper's. Honestly, right, I'm seriously right, it went back in the box after I finished filming. Are you serious?
Look, come here, come closer.
I'm not coming anywhere closer, I've scratched your fucking steelbook, am I?
Look, you see? A big chunk out of the side there.
Where?
There, right next to me thumb.
Move your thumb there so I can see. There's no mark there, you're lying.
What's that? You can see.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, look at the ones on the back, man. Look at that.
What? Are you on about?
You can see that there.
Oh, I can see that one. But Christopher, look, put that back, put that back, put that back. Christopher Lambert's still looking for France.
Yeah, you should take the subway.
There's no scratch on the back.
Where is there? Look.
I put it straight back in the box. You seen us do it.
Where's your sword?
It's Ned's sword. I give him that back.
I'm gonna impale you with your sword.
I've got an idea for the next tribute video. Suburban Commando. It was either this or Mac and Me. Suburban Commando, it's a winner.
We can't do it.
Why?
One, it's a 90s film, and two, it's never came out on DVD or Blu-ray.
Well, I think if we get on Twitter, we'll sort that right out. Suburban Commando, hashtag get it on DVD.
I might do Critters next. Well, we done the Gremlins, so why not do the Critters? Or I might do something else. Who goes there?
He's an intergalactic superhero, but sometimes you've got to come down to earth. Suburban Commando, coming to a DVD soon. Suburban Commando. Hogan. Undertaker. PG. Thank you.